The Craxian Empire and the Vortak Confederation had been locked in war for 317 years. Their conflict had consumed entire star systems, reduced civilizations to ash, and become so integral to galactic politics that other species planned their economies around it. Then humanity showed up to their first Galactic Council meeting. Ambassador Patricia Williams walked into the Great Chamber wearing a business suit and carrying a laptop that looked older than some civilizations. She took her seat between the Craxian War Marshal and the Vortak Prime General, both in full battle armor, both glaring at each other through her. "Sorry I'm late," Patricia said, pulling out reading glasses. Traffic around Saturn was murder. "So, what's on the agenda?" "The continuation of hostilities in Sector 9, growled War Marshal Grextor. "The Vortak scum have violated the ceasefire again." "Craxian lies." Prime General Vexnull slammed his tentacles on the table. "Your forces attacked our medical convoy. It was carrying weapons. Bandages are not weapons. They are when you use them to strangle our scouts." Patricia raised her hand. "Quick question. What are you fighting about?" Both commanders turned to her in shock. "What are we? It's war." Grextor sputtered. "We've been at war for centuries." "Yeah, but why? What started it?" The two military leaders exchanged glances. Vexnull spoke first. "The Craxians insulted our ancestors by... The Vortak stole our sacred... thing," Grextor added uncertainly. Patricia pulled out her laptop and started typing. "Okay. Let me just pull up the historical records. Here we go. 317 years ago, a Craxian merchant ship accidentally jumped into Vortak space due to a navigation error. The Vortak detained them for 3 days for processing, standard procedure. The Craxians took this as an act of war." "It was kidnapping," Grextor protested. "It was paperwork," Vexnull countered. Patricia continued typing. "Says here the merchant ship was carrying luxury cushions. The delay caused them to miss their delivery deadline, losing a contract worth 12,000 credits." Silence. "You've been fighting for 3 centuries?" Patricia said slowly. "Destroying trillions in resources, killing billions, over 12,000 credits and a late delivery? It's about honor." Both commanders shouted simultaneously. "Right?" Patricia stood up. "I'm going to make some coffee. When I come back, we're ending this war." "Impossible," Grextor laughed. "The greatest mediators in the galaxy have tried for centuries. You think a primitive species that just discovered FTL can... We've been killing each other for longer than you've existed as species," Patricia interrupted. "We've had wars over football. That's a game, by the way. We... once had a war that lasted 335 years over a wooden bucket. Another one started because someone cut off a pirate's ear. We know stupid wars. More importantly, we know how to end them." She returned 20 minutes later with coffee and a tablet. "Okay, here's what's happening. Asset calculation first. Grextor, your empire has spent approximately 847 trillion credits on this war. Vexnull, yours has spent 832 trillion. Your economies are both on the verge of collapse. How did you... Your budget reports are public documents. You should really classify those. Now, the territory you're fighting over in Sector 9? It's worthless. The planets are barren, the stars are dying, and this is the best part. Neither of you actually control it. The Zealothi Mining Consortium has been extracting minerals from there for 50 years while you fought above it." Both commanders checked their datapads in horror. "Here's my proposal," Patricia continued. "Sign a peace treaty right now. Both sides claim victory. You tell your people you won, they tell theirs they won. Everyone saves face. But who actually wins?" Grextor demanded. "Nobody. That's the point. But here's the kicker, you merge your military industries. You've both developed incredible weapons technology trying to kill each other. Combine it, sell it to the galaxy for defense against actual threats. You'll make back your war costs in a decade. This is absurd." Patricia pulled up a hologram. This is the Zerath swarm. They're about 6 months from this galaxy. While you two have been playing my torpedo is bigger than yours, an actual existential threat has been approaching. You can either keep fighting each other and get eaten, or work together and survive. Vexnull studied the data. These numbers. How long have you known? About 3 hours. We ran the scan when we arrived. Basic threat assessment. Do you not do that? The two commanders looked at each other, then at the human who'd solved their centuries-old conflict over coffee. I'll need to consult my government, Grextor said quietly. Same, Vexnull agreed. Patricia closed her laptop. Cool. I've scheduled the peace summit for Thursday. Bring your lawyers. Fair warning. Ours are scarier